And with that, welcome into Showdown Sunday here on the MLD Network, as we have three playoff implication matches for you this evening. I'm Curtis. I'm along with everyone's favorite Asian Canadian. It's Inanimate Jay. And Jay, we start off in a hotly contested volcanic division, but the focus should definitely be on the wild card here this evening.
Yeah, the Volcanics division razor thin in both leagues, the Platinum League and the Champion League, but the Platinum League now down to the nitty-gritty of it, 3 weeks left. This is back in division play. These games are huge swings back and forth because you're taking wins away from your opponents at the same time that you're getting them for yourself. So every win, a 2-point swing in your favor when you take it. So, now's crunch time. Now are the time when playoff races are won and lost, when division titles are cinched up, and a lot of the teams, a lot of new players this season, so a lot of new feelings for a lot of them here.
And only 4 games separate first and fourth place in the Volcanic Division in the Platinum League. And then you look at the wild card, and it's even tighter. The Bulls down 1 game to the Dodgers for that last wild card spot. The Demolition down 4 games to that same Dodgers team. So this is a must do well for both the Bulls and the Demolition. The problem is only one can win the series, and we're going to find out who it's going to be pretty shortly.
Yeah, it'll be Ondafir and Glebazerker for the Bulls, and Brainiac and Sockflake Shadow for the Demolition. Sockflake, of course, winning play of the week a couple of weeks ago with that audacious ceiling shot we saw in Urban Central.
Yeah.
So will we see more of that is the question, I think.
I have a hankering to say yes, and I'm hoping we do. So with that said, we're going to get the teams onto the pitch and get them going. It is going to be Glebazerker and Glebazerker and who else is that? That is Ondafir for the Bulls Demolition with Brainiac and Sockflake Shadow. We are ready to go on Aquadome for the first of a 5-game set. 3 series for you this evening. It is a champion sandwich, Plat, Champion, and Plat for the last matchup, and we are underway with game number 1. Bulls in their red, Demo in their green. This will be a chance immediately in the Bulls' end, but Ondafir gets in front of it, knocks it to the sidewall. Up the ramp. Chance for the Bulls on the clear. Glebazerker gets it out to the left wing side, not quite to half. Taken away. That's an accurate shot coming in from Ondafir. He's going to put that one home from long. It's a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, the difficulty with coming in from midfield to challenge this ball is you're not really sure when your opponent is going to hit that one, and Ondafir just gets that little lift over top of the challenge from the Demo player. I think that was Brainiac trying to come in on the short rotation, cut down that play, and just not timed well enough to get that challenge in.
Glebazerker wins that kick. He's going to send it deep into Demo territory immediately. Brainiac trying to beat it. Glebazerker tries to keep it on the sidewall. He's not going to do it. Brainiac has nothing between him and the net. He's not able to push it just yet. Still going to fall in front of the goal line, and Glebazerker with a really well-timed challenge, but it doesn't matter as Sockflake gets there to answer. It's a 1-1 game.
And once they get beat down the side there, you just see the Bulls in full scramble mode. Good contact on that first ball, but doesn't get far enough away from the net. Sockflake Shadow with the rotation. Easy to pull that one in. Just got to be a little bit better response, I think, in the midfield right now. Both goals for each team, the result of a missed challenge at the midfield line.
37 seconds in, already a goal aside as Ondafir looks to make something happen. That'll be off the nose. Up the ramp, looking for a pass out into the middle. That's sent well off to the side. Still a chance. This will be off the crossbar, coming down, and no help coming from the teammate. As a little bit of a hesitation there from Glebazerker probably cost him a goal. 3:57 left in game 1. Demolition looking for a clear. That pinch play will send it up the sidewall, and it's 2v1 the other way if they can hurry it. Ondafir up, and it goes off the nose good. Clearing attempt. We're 1 minute and 15 seconds in a 1-1 game. Teams trading possession back and forth, and here's a chance. That'll be a good slow play. It's off the back, no return fire. Glebazerker has a 1-on-1. Can he finish it? It's going to be off the back. The waterfall straight down towards the goal line. Up is Ondafir, but he's not going to get there first, and it will be cleared aside as the Demo dodge a bullet.
Oh, critically, though, at that midfield line, again, a big missed challenge as Glebazerker spends all of his boost trying to keep this one in, then gets beat. Just should have rotated back, recognized that that play wasn't there. 2-point swing right there, and the Demo have a lead.
That's a big turnaround goal for the Demo as they are on the outside looking in of this wildcard situation at the moment. 4 games back, they could really use a nice series against their division rival, and they're trying to get that done. Brainiac needs to touch over 1. He's got it. He'll try to find it. He's got help on the opposite side of the goal line. but that help has floated over, and Sockflake will try to get it in the corner. Coming across, it's off the nose. Chance for him coming across, going to try to fall on top of a good pinch into the middle, but it's handled easily by Ondefear. Nothing happening. Demo gonna have it. You're gonna have to play defense on the other side. Ondefear works it around one. This is a chance. Glebezerker, not enough on it, and it will go harmlessly into the corner where the Demo can work on a clear.
Ran into Ondefear on that one there, and Ondefear just gets back in time as Brainiac had that one labeled for the twine on the far side there. Just a little bit off by the Bulls right now. They're struggling, I think, with their positioning, with their decision making. They're giving up so much possession to the Demo right now.
Just past halftime in game one. Pretty close contest all told. This will bounce in front of the Bulls net. This is a chance. No boost, but still able to get there as Glebezerker. That's really, really well done. He will barrel roll underneath the ball. That could set up the Demo for a chance. Coming across, trying to make the turn. The Glebezerker's there to take that one away. We're down to the last 120 seconds. Demo with a 2-1 lead, but how long will it last? Going into the Demo end. Brainiac tries to play the possession game in the corner. Glebezerker will wait. Tries to keep it on the nose. Fails to do so. It'll go bounce off the corner once more. Great touch. It bounces off the ramp. That's a 2v1. You saw one going for a Demo and Ondefear. It's going to bounce in front. Great save back the other way. And they may be able to make it happen on the turnaround, but it's a little bit late in coming. When the game remains a 2-1 score until there. And Ondefear, with a little bit of help from his friends in green, ties up the game.
There's good pressure into this corner here. Just a little touch out in front. It catches the Demo off guard there. Sockflake at the near post, just a little bit too far out, leaves that seam inside. When he jumps up short, gets it over top of him, tips it into his own net.
You know, it's my favorite kind of poker. Deuce is wild with 1:30 to go. Game number one. Glebezerker flies above the ball. That may set up the Demo with a really good chance. Bounce has the angle, gonna get up and around, and Brainiac with a little bit of a mind game takes the lead back for the Demo.
Yeah, you can see that little bit of hesitation out of the Bulls defense right there. Just goes out and then realizes he's completely timed that wrong. Brainiac goes inside out on him and makes up for his teammates' gift of an equalizer.
Well, that's how you do it. 6 shots on the board for the Demo. Bulls with only 1, but they ended up with 2 goals because math. As the Bulls try to get back into even terms with this game. That'll be a bounce off the back, but they are not really aggressive to those balls in front of the net. It's becoming a bit of a rhythm here, and it seems like the Demo are able to kind of rely on that for the moment.
Part of the problem just seems to be the boost management from the Bulls right now. Again, you see Ondefear using a ton of boost just to go out for a split-second turnaround, immediately come back, get that 100.
Oh, good touch.
Might
Far
be enough.
side. It's off the post. Rebound not there, and they can't tie up the game just yet. Glebezerker going to leave it for Ondefear. Ondefear puts that into the corner and out. Glebezerker is going to put that out to the top of the box. Ondefear makes contact. That's going to set up a nice shot top of the box for Glebezerker. But a good save there as the Demo get it away from their goal line once more. And is sent back into the Bulls, and that's a problem. 2-point swing, near side score, and Sockflake's going to take advantage of a careless touch in the midfield.
Boost management, just what I was talking about. Glebezerker, that entire sequence, no boost, forces himself to make that play. Probably didn't actually have to come across and make that touch, which just bounces really nicely for Sockflake's Shadow. Need to be a little bit smarter about grabbing those pads while you're moving around. Keep yourself topped off because it's so difficult to be able to position yourself effectively with no boost.
At the moment, looking like a dagger as the Bulls try to send it deep into territory. They need one to make it close, and they might be able to get something with a kickoff. This is going to bounce towards the ceiling, come down well right of that post. Up is the Demo. Good contact is probably going to kill what's left of the time, and game one is going to go to the Demolition on a really, really good effort in the midfield, taking advantage of unforced errors on the Bulls.
A lot of unforced errors out of both teams, to be honest. The Demolition guilty of it on both of the goals that they gave up to the Bulls in that game. So, you know, opening game jitters, I'll chalk it up to. But once is a mistake, Curtis. Twice is a trend, and
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm seeing out of this one. We'll see how the first couple minutes for the second game really kind of settle out. But the Demolition, I felt, grew into that game a little bit more, whereas the Bulls kind of just hovered around the same thing that they were doing most of the game, and it just wasn't quite enough to get their offense going.
They got to plan their touches a little better. They really just kind of played more reactive Rocket League rather than proactive Rocket League. And it really, really helped the demo that the Bulls were doing that. And you, like you said, you saw it on both sides, but the demo were able to take advantage of those mistakes as opposed to the Bulls, which were not.
Yeah, a lot of missed chances for the Bulls in that game. Just a lot of it coming down to the fact that they weren't possessing boost at the right time. They weren't positioning themselves well to respond to the mistakes that the demo were making.
Well, let's see what Game 2 has in store for us. That'll pop out to the left wing side, off the crossbar, trying to keep the angle. That's not going to work, and that's going to go up and over Glebezerker's head, but he's able to keep it away. Still going to bounce in front, and oh man, that was very close as Ondifer had a task ahead of him to keep it away from the goal line. I misread that name like 3 times. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it's okay. Reading is hard.
It is. It's not in Braille. Can somebody get me a Braille roster? That'd be good. Chance for Glebezerker. Put that towards the net. And coming across to save the day is going to be Sockflake's Shadow. Working on a 1v1 on the fear right at Brainiac. And Brainiac with a good clear will send it back down to the Bulls territory. That'll bounce off the corner. Gets one off the roof. It'll come across left wing side. Backflip is not going to do much. Sockflake has to chase it down in his own end. Bulls in hot pursuit. Gonna bounce in front of the goal line. That's a really good booming clear. Back the other way, and they can try to work it into the center. Good touch. Off the crossbar. Chance in front. They're going to be able to put it off the crossbar again. Still no return fire, and it remains a scoreless ball game for the time being. A minute 20 in.
You can see the panic just setting in for both teams. There is the demo not really positioning themselves to take advantage of how scrambly the Bulls were on defense there. They spent so much boost just trying to clear that ball away and never had the timing right. And when they finally get it upfield, there's no boost to really maintain pressure. The demo have an easy chance to get this back upfield.
Off the nose, keeping it in front of him is Ondifer. Ondifer going to bounce this off the ramp. It will bounce into a chance for Glebezerker, but he falls underneath the ball. That's going to be a fairly easy clear for the demo, but it does pop out. Chance for a pinch, and Ondifer and Glebezerker with a little bit of a miscommunication there likely cost them a goal with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, the demo in their own end right now, just patient, right? They just leave one team or one player for their team in the net. Just sit back, watch the Bulls to see what they're doing, because right now they're not really threatening anything productive. They've got this really predictable tempo to their offense, and it just really suits that one active, one passive player on defense.
Off the ramp, Chance in front of the Bulls net and coming across to make a save. Back the other way and up and over the halfway line. Really good takeaway from Sockflake's Shadow, but it does go laterally. Brainiac has to try to bail himself out, and he will. Bounces it off the ramp once more. It is on target with the net. That's a chance far side, but it'll go just wide of that left post as we have just about 2:13 left in game number 2. Still scoreless for the moment. This will be bouncing in front of the Bulls net, though. Chance in front, and it's Brainiac who puts that one home. Finally have a goal with 2:05 to go.
Ondifer chasing this ball back towards his net. You can see him go through the boost there and then just really never knew what to do with it coming out from there. You leave yourself so few options when you follow the trajectory of the ball through the corner and towards your net, because you have to get your timing right. And Ondifer, unfortunately, doesn't get the timing to give up the goal.
Oh, that could be a problem, though, for the demo. That's going to bounce in front. You cannot make that kind of contact. That should be a goal, but Brainiac bails out his teammate for bad behavior, and that is still a 1-0 lead for the demo.
Wasn't even the greatest shot out of the Bulls either. Just put it right kind of dead center in the net, and the demo with a good read still had to work to get that one, but I think the shot, a little bit better placement with the time he had, would have been 1-1.
Good pinch. Uh-oh, that one might be on target. It's off the crossbar, very close. Demo looking to make it a 2-0 lead. Good bump by Sockflake. He's going to set Ondifer in a bad spot, but he does recover nicely. And he gets the clear. We're down to 90 seconds to go. That is off the crossbar. Chance in front. Can they do it? They cannot. Sockflake is going to recover in the corner, and he'll take it back into the Bulls' end. Very, very close with 1:13 to go. That'll bounce laterally. That is on target for the net, but Ondifer will take that one aside. 67 left on the clock. Up and over the timeline. Tries a dribble, but gets demoed for his efforts. Sockflake into the middle again. Coming across to have to make a play is Brainiac with 60 seconds on the clock. Demo nursing a 1-0 lead, and I mean nursing because the Bulls are hunting at the moment.
They just can't quite string together a couple of good opportunities. The demo, as they defend, they're not really the most effective with the ball. They're getting it clear, they're putting it away from their net, but they're not really breaking up that pressure. And if the Bulls were able to keep them in their end and run them out of boost, you might have a chance at those second, third opportunities that really work well at this level.
30 seconds to go in game number 2. The Bulls need a goal. Demo need a dagger. Up around the corner, far side. Good lurch by Brainiac. He's able to get to the ball, knock it off the nose. Keeping it in is Ondefir, but he could have done better with that cross. This will be into the corner. Laterally off the wall. It'll be up and over the halfway line. Bounces in front. Chance for Glebezerker. He's going to have one. He's going to try to find the angle on it, but a good takeaway. Still there for Ondefir, but he turns away from the ball, and that is a problem. They need to keep it in the air if they have a chance. They can't do it. The Demo are going to walk in and take game 2 as well, and they have a commanding 2-0 lead in the series.
And just a couple of little errors for the Bulls adding up over a long frame of time there. A lot of that just came down to not generating a ton of really effective shots. And 4 shots for the Bulls, 4 saves for the Demo. A lot of those shots just right into the wheelhouse where they were fairly easy to clear. And you can see the results on the scoreboard. The Demo come away with a really close one.
Yeah, very, very close game. But the Demolition, they really played a lot of defense for their last, say, full minute of that game. And it seemed like the Bulls had more chances than they actually put together math-wise. And part of that could be the fact that Demolition were playing a little bit dangerously defensively in their own end. The Bulls just did not have the firepower, as you mentioned earlier, to make those chances count.
And a lot of that just not setting yourself up effectively for the second and third phase in your offense. When you spend so much boost just getting the ball upfield and you're not keeping yourself topped up as you go in, you find yourself with only the resources to maybe come up with one chance, and then you have to spend all the resources you have left trying to get back and defend against the runaway. The thing that we see so often at this level, where teams just aren't really effective at building up a long stretch of offensive zone time.
Oh, that's a chance in front. Demo have the first goal on the board. It's Sockflake 10 seconds in. We finally have a quick goal in the game 3.
Yeah, Glebezerker in that corner there just doesn't quite have the challenge on the timing, and Ondefir very, very close to the near post. The ball ends up going past both of them, and Sockflake getting around to the backside of it makes it 1-0.
Good work by the Demo. Bulls need a retaliatory goal here pretty quick. It'll be Ondefir trying to keep it in. He will do so. Takes it into the corner. It'll bounce towards the right wing. Glebezerker, that is off the crossbar and down. Good touch by Sockflake, who reads it really well. He will take this with him into the Bulls' end. Tries a nasty ceiling play. Not going to work. Going to have to reverse fortune here and keep it in. He'll take his time in the corner. Good possession game. Right in front. They're going to try to slam it home, and Glebezerker gets there just in time to keep it away from the goal line, but it's still a dangerous play. Right in front, they score. It's Brainiac, and that is a huge hesitation by the goaltender.
I'm not sure Glebezerker ever had the boost to be able to come out and challenge that one. You just kind of see him recovering after the bump in net. Tries to get out, not getting enough speed up in time to get to that loose ball in the corner. By the time he reacts, Brainiac's already got the 2 touches around him.
44 seconds in and a 2-0 Demolition lead in a series that the Bulls absolutely have to have. This is a good, long, accurate touch towards the near side, and it's in from Brainiac from his own end, and it's a 3-0 lead.
I actually think this one might have been wide on the initial shot here. You could just see Glebezerker out of the frame here. Nah, you're right. It was in. It was in there. Just could not get back to try and show up for that save. And 3 goals inside the first minute here. The Demo have hit their stride, and the Bulls, for what it's worth right now, they just do not get any stability after these kickoffs.
Brainiac is up. He's going to put this off the top, coming in. It'll be Ondefir with a lateral touch that keeps the ball in his end. Double commit in the same spot. Bulls may pay for this. This will go out to the right wing side. Flipping by it is going to be Glebezerker. Ondefir possibly with a scoring chance here, but he doesn't quite have the angle, and he will turn away. 3:37 left. Chance in front. Really good challenge. Ondefir had net labeled for that. The Demo might have another one set up. That is a play in front, and both commit for it. Nobody gets a goal, and it remains a 3-0 game.
And on that breakout, Glebezerker again, 10 boost as he brings that ball under control. Ondefir had a chance to just lump that upfield and let his teammate get boost, but they run into each other. They don't have the comms working at the moment, it seems, and they give up possession again and still trying to get this ball out of their end for any stretch of time.
Bulls going to try and attack here. It'll be a play off of the back wall, and that's going to set up the Demo on the other side. They were hoping for a corner bounce into the middle, and it went straight back out. That is a problem for the Bulls. 2:52 left. Still a decent amount of time, but they got to start making some end runs on some of these chances. It'll be another clear out to the sidewall, as it's going to be Brainiac who grabs boost on the way in and gets the ball deep into the Bulls' corner.
And just watching Glebezerker's camera for that stretch of play as he tries to rotate back on defense, doesn't really kind of position himself in a route to get boost on those pads. And then when he does finally get 100, it's more because he just kind of falls through it on the sequence of play rather than actively going for that. We've been talking about the boost management for 2 games now, and again, just drifting towards that one coming off his camera. Didn't have anything in the tank, so the Bulls right now just kind of architects of their own demise.
You really have to have a route when you are trying to get your boost, and this is a chance off the ceiling. Nothing doing. Still an opportunity. Brainiac near far side and away. As I was saying, though, you got to have kind of a route, and that route should include pennies as you're running through the field, because it'll really, really help you just getting that 12 at a time, as it's going to be on if you at least gets 1 back with 1:52 to go.
I mean, you hit 5 pennies on the way, that's 60. That's more than enough to do almost anything you need in the game. Great pressure, though, by Glebezerker there. Just catches Brainiac a little bit off, and Ondefair splitting the seam on that one as Sockflake's chasing back in off the backboard. It's an important time to get that goal. 2 minutes left. There's enough time to find those other 2 that you'll need to tie it up, but they really just have to buckle down and start winning some balls.
And that's a chance they're going to be able to turn this one. 2-0. It's going to drop in frame, and it's a play off the crossbar. Brainiac may have saved the day, and he did with that pinch play against the crossbar. It remains a 2-goal deficit, and the Bulls let another opportunity go by.
Yeah, it's in the 3 games we've seen so far, there have been a number of those just right in front where the Demo don't have anything really strong with trying to keep that ball away, and for some reason the Bulls, just where they end up on the sequence of play, they don't find a way to put it over the line.
That's going to be a pinch that goes around that corner. Bounces off the corner wall. Going to drop in front. Chance for the Demo to put the dagger home, and they will. It is Brainiac who puts that one home. It's a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, the Bulls following this ball back here. You see both Demo players are there in front of the ball, between the ball and the net. Bulls players come flying in from behind. Neither one of them really able to get on the end of that one. Positioning goes a long way, and when they're both chasing back, it's really tough to get that timing right.
So you want to know how important this 3rd game is? With the conclusion of this game, should the score hold, this will put the Demo and the Bulls in an absolute tie for their spot just under the Dodgers for that final playoffs, final wildcard spot in the Orange Conference. This will drop in front off the crossbar, needing a clear and not getting it is going to be the Bulls, and it's Brainiac who adds 1 more, his 4th of the ball game.
Just, again, in transition, you see Glebezerker having to come from behind the sequence of play. Ondefair try to get across and bring that away after the touch by Glebezerker just goes off the crossbar and back, but the Bulls right now, they just are not set up to try and defend. They're trying to react so much to every Demo play, and it's not serving them well.
This will also tie the Demo with the Bulls in that Volcanic division. So very, very important, as this will be 3rd place. They'll be tied for 3rd place in that particular very contested division. Bulls with a nice long clear. Need to get a couple more of those, but they need a little bit of help going into game number 4. They got to try to earn a 2-3 out of this somehow, some way. But the Demo have been all over them from the onset of this game.
They got the first couple of breaks going their way, and then after that just really fell off the pace as the Demo figured out what they were doing wrong and corrected these things. And Ondefair again just loses control of that one, tries to set himself up for the 50. Glebezerker, for some reason, just chasing that ball out through that neutral zone there and never gets in a position to make the challenge in time.
Chasing shadows. Nothing to do with that.
Yes.
6-1. And the Demo are going to walk away with a series victory for sure. Now we'll see if they can earn a 5-0 or if they can earn a 4-1, as the Bulls will be trying to reverse fortune here and get 2 games out of this. But at the moment, the Bulls are not showing me any particular reason to believe that they can.
No, they've progressively gotten further and further back into their shell as the series has progressed, where they came out a little bit bright. They had a couple bounces go their way, and the Demolition made their adjustments they needed to. They fixed their positioning. They got a little bit better with where they were setting up their touches, whereas the Bulls have just kind of continued to go down that slope into the disarray
Yep.
that is leading to a lot of these goals happening, and it's not something that's really easily fixable in a microcosm of a match.
Sure.
Because a lot of that just comes down to preparation and understanding with your teammates. And the Bulls roster's had a bit of turmoil for the last few weeks. They've gone through a couple of changes as players have been ranking out, and I wonder how much that's been contributing to that over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit's due, though. The Demo have come out and played a very, very solid game of Rocket League. They may have one more here. This is off the crossbar. Trying for the angle is going to be Brainiac, but he can't quite find it just yet. We're in a scoreless game, 10 seconds into game number 4. Let's keep in mind as well that if the Demo are able to pull out these last 2, then they will match the Elite for the top number of wins in the Volcanic Division with a 5-0 sweep. Granted, the Elite will play later tonight.
No, the Elite played yesterday, actually. Yeah, they've won 5-0 over the Dodgers last night.
Oh, okay.
So the Elite...
That has not been updated. Yeah, got it.
Yes, you are right. That one is still pending being the update on the website. But yes, the Elite definitely did have the 5-0 earlier this week.
Okay. Well, then there you go. There you go. Heard it straight from the source. This will be to the left-hand side, or to the right-hand side of the sidewall. Chance of the Bulls. Maybe they'll put this one home, but they're going to miss the opportunity. That dribble play is going to put it in front, but another clear. And the Demos make the Bulls pay for a little bit of hesitation and no communication again as we play scoreless for the time being.
Just the positioning, the timing, the little things right now for the Bulls. When the Demo give them the opportunities, they don't set themselves up to be able to take advantage of the opportunities given to them. And that's a big difference in this series so far.
Minute and a half in. Bulls keep it in. That'll go sideways towards the wall. It'll be up the ramp. Getting great touch on it is Sockflake. He's going to try to angle this. He's going to try to find it, and he almost did. And that is Glebezerker who gets the clear for the moment and puts it into the Demo corner. Needing a defensive effort, and Ondafir puts it on frame and a good clear away as Brainiac will try to find the ball on the side but can't find it for the time being. Up off the back, Bulls trying to find one to the goal line, and another big save by Brainiac. He's got one in this game. He's had a few in this series that have been very, very good, and it's kept the Demolition from losing a couple of these games.
Also, very crucially, though, Ondafir had gone up for that ball as well as Glebezerker put that one in on the low shot. Just a bit of an offensive double commit. The Bulls find themselves having to scramble back and defend.
Back to Glebezerker, past him towards the far side of the net. It's going to roll up the post. Still a chance in front. The Bulls will take it away. Still a chance, and it's going to be Sockflake who takes advantage, and it's a 1-0 lead.
Glebezerker gets caught in this scenario because he's drifting towards the ball with his teammate in front of him. Ondafir as well, a little bit guilty, had the opportunity to bring that ball in his control and just kind of keep it close and not have to flip at it. With that flip, he loses the ball, gives it right back to the Demo, and they'd make no mistake with that chance.
That kick goes off the sidewall. The Demo have another lead as the Bulls will try to play the comeback game once more. They've struggled to do so at the moment, but this is a good chance. Glebezerker misses on good contact, and it will be just short of getting it past the goal line. Glebezerker tries a 1v2. That's going to be a counter play back the other way. That's on target, and it is in from Brainiac. He scored a couple of those in this series, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Ondafir coming out of the backfield, trying to take over for his teammate after he loses the ball. And again, just gets beat by one good challenge. In twos, you have to try and resist that urge to come in to make the play happen if your teammate isn't. The reason for that is when you get so close to them, that 150-50 suddenly beats both players rather than just the single one.
Oh, trying for a double is Sockflake, but he ran out of boost to get it. Be a counterplay the other way for Ondafir if he can do it. Tries for the touch off the right headlight, bounces in front, and a good takeaway. And there'll still be a chance in front, and Ondafir can't put it home with 2 Demo players in the way. Minute 47 to go in game number 4. Demo on their way at the moment to get another win. This will be a corner bounce. Does bounce straight out, which is not going to help the Bulls at all. Still there, in front, trying to be aggressive to it. But the Demo, in really good defensive positioning, will take it away once more. 2 saves for Brainiac, 1 for Sockflake Shadow as we play with a minute 27 to go.
Looking back at that last chance, just the more I think about it, the more I feel like Glebezerker and Ondafir actually ran into one another, and Glebezerker redirected the ball into the save, but won't matter here as Ondefir stays with this one, is able to get that first goal on the board.
And Ondefir just taking advantage of a little bit of chaos out of the left wing side. He realizes that his teammate's going for it, pulls back, but the defender missed as well, causing his teammate to miss. Ball bounces harmlessly in front. He puts it home into the empty net.
That's a good time to get that goal. They still need to kind of bring themselves together, possibly get another couple of chances to find that goal, get them back into this game. But losing the ball low across the goal line like that, so easy to clear, and it's so difficult to get back with where the Bulls have been positioning themselves on these chances.
That'll be a play towards the sidewall. The other thing, too, is the counter plays have really helped the Demo out on a few different occasions. They've got probably 3 or 4 really long goals in this series just from those counter plays on the goal line, like you mentioned.
And I don't know, it's really tough to tell if there really is that kind of chemistry and the trust between the teammates. And the execution also really just kind of lacking for both Bulls right now. Neither one of them getting touches when they need to.
They needed that one. 30 seconds to go. See what the Demo can do. That'll be a chance for them to turn this. Can they find it? It's going to be up the ramp. Not able to find the angle. It'll still fall in frame, but getting up is Ondefir. Now Ondefir has to try to turn it the other way. 17 seconds to go. They really need a win for playoffs. This is going to be back to the midfield. Glebezerker looking towards the side. Coming in, 3 boost, coming into the corner with it. Needs a tap out. Good clear away, and that may be the one that finally does it. The Demo are going to clear this one away and take a 4-0 lead in the series as Glebezerker is going to try to keep it in the air and will fail to do so. Demolition have come through and taken the just underneath spot in the wild card from the Bulls in the Orange Conference.
And they're doing it in a very comprehensive fashion right now, Curtis. It's just they're taking advantage of mistakes, and they're mitigating the number of mistakes they're making back on the other side. And honestly, in a close playoff race like that, it is going to come down to the sum of your mistakes weighed against the sum of your opponent's mistakes. And right now, the Demolition winning that equation very strongly.
So if my math is to be correct, the Dodgers lost to the Elite 5-0. That means they're sitting at 18-23. I'm sorry, 18-22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would mean that at this point, the Demo, for all intents and purposes, have actually taken over the last wildcard spot from the Dodgers, if my math is correct. So we'll see they're 18-21 at the moment. So by win percentage, they would have it, but they need to secure this 5th game to actually take it.
Yeah, and honestly, with the rematch against the Dodgers looming in the next couple of weeks, I can't remember if it's in the first week, the week 9 right after this one, or the final week of the season. But it tells you a lot about the battles coming up when all of these teams are fighting for a wild card spot, and all of them have to play one another in the next couple of weeks.
That is going to be a massive series, no doubt about that. When we are underway with Game 5, an absolutely crucial game for both sides. The Bulls need to steal a game from this series. There is no doubt about that one. This will be popped towards the far side. Demo trying to make something happen in the Bulls' end. 10 seconds in. Back to the left wing, trying to get it there. Ondefir takes that one away. First goal is going to be a massive step in the right direction for one of these teams. Sockflake gets it around 1, but it will not take it away from Glebezerker. Glebezerker out into the middle. Good counterplay. Back the other way comes the Demo. Bounces in front. That's an empty net, but Ondefir is going to take it away from the goal line for the moment. That's far side and wide as well as we play 38 seconds in. Turning up the ramp. This is going to drop, but it's not going to drop in frame. It's going to be well above. Sockflake shadow underneath the ball in a dangerous spot. Glebezerker tries to force the issue. Ondefir puts it in the middle. That's a problem. Counterplay back the other way. Can they do it? No, it's just wide of that left post, and we're a minute in, still scoreless. Opportunities for both sides.
Ooh, that one's a bad touch from Brainiac.
Target. Bulls have the lead.
Talked about in the last couple of games, low balls right across the face of goal. And that's exactly why you don't want to do those, as Ondefir puts that one right down Main Street, back the other way into the green net. You got to keep that ball high. You have to keep it away from an easy spot for a player in net to get that big booming clear downfield.
That's a big goal, and that's an impossible retaliation the other way as Sockflake finds the net from midfield. It's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, Glebazerker, you see him drifting out on that one. It makes it so hard to respond to this shot as Sockflake's Shadow coming up from the back corner just puts that one off the tee right down into the red net. Immediate reply for the demo.
So if the Bulls end up coming back and winning this game, as far as the final score of this 5th game is concerned, that will make a 3-way tie for that last wildcard spot. That would be insane in the Orange Conference, no doubt. This will be Sockflake trying to win this, ends up getting it right to his teammate. That'll be a touch towards the net. What a finish by Sockflake on the other side of it. It's a 2-1 game.
Yeah, that big dunk at midfield there, it just puts Ondavir in such a tough spot to try and defend. Wasn't really going to get there anyway, but the finish by Sockflake still necessary as it looked like it might have drifted wide at the right post. Big 2-goal swing for the demo here as the Bulls, off a couple of sequences of kickoffs, find themselves behind.
Ondafir going to give chase into the sidewall. He'll fly just under the ball. That'll bounce laterally up the ramp. Reading that is Brainiac. Turning into that one is Sockflake on the other side. It'll bounce into frame, but Ondafir will take care of it for the time. 3:07 left. It'll go towards the sidewall. Good read. That's going to be off the back. Popping in front, Ondafir towards the sidewall. He will travel up that sidewall, looking for an angle towards the net, but a nice touch back the other way by the demo is going to send the Bulls back from whence they came. Oh, far side, just wide as we play just approaching halftime in Game 5.
Bulls right now, just after giving up those 2 goals, again, falling right back into old habits, and they just cannot keep that ball in the green half for long. And again, just starved from boost. You see Ondafir again with 0, and you watch the Demolition player in front of him, Brainiac, grab that 100. There's just nothing that they can do right now because they don't have boost.
That was good. That was a really, really good defensive play by the Bulls, keeping it away from their own net. 2:19 to go. Good pinch, and it's in from Glebazerker. Game tied at 2.
Just close down the distance enough here as Sockflake goes back for the boost. That little hesitation opened up that room for Glebazerker to close it down, gets that pinch, drilling that one inside the near post there. It's an important goal, but they really need to start pressing the demo right now. They're just not making them uncomfortable enough.
2:17 left in a 2-2 ball game. It'll be Brainiac playing chicken with the ceiling. He's going to try to get this one towards the Bulls net. Fails to do so. Ondafir will try to take it away towards the sidewall. Both teams need this game. Only one is going to get it. It's going to pop in front. Chance for the demo. It's going to bounce, come waterfall down. Right in front, they score! Sockflake Shadow makes it a 3-2 game. Just under 2 to go.
The Bulls really struggling to keep this ball away from that high backboard area, and that 50-50 by Ondafir just hits that intersection, comes right down, and there is nothing that they can do because they just can't get the ball clear right now. They've got to fight from behind. Again, 2 minutes left here in this 5th and final game.
Close Game 5, exactly what we wanted to see. Bulls going to have the offensive momentum here as they try to put this one in. That's going to drop far side. Looking for the goal is Ondafir, but he can't quite find it on the receiving end of that play. Brainiac takes his time, realizes he has all the time in the world. No pressure from the Bulls in the midfield. They'll bounce off the corner. Ondafir with contact, but it's not great. Glebazerker has to try to come in and finish that defensive job. Sockflake loses it to Glebazerker, putting it into the offensive corner. Bulls on the attack. It'll drop right in front, and it'll be there for Ondafir, and they tie the game up again with 1:22 to go.
The important goal here is Brainiac loses this one in the corner, and you can just see him try to struggle to keep it under control. Sockflake having to defend back towards his own net. Not a lot that he can do with that one. Ondafir makes that one count. They needed that one. It was super important to keep this one tied because they desperately need one win out of this series.
Both these teams need this game. Who is going to get it? We are no closer to picking a winner. 1:15 to go. It's going to bounce in front of the Bulls net. Ondafir is going to watch that fly above his head. It'll bounce into the corner. Demolition trying to keep the attack going. Ondafir is going to rotate out. It's going to set it up for Sockflake. Sockflake looking for the double. Has a chance for his teammate right in front. Flies by the ball with 60 seconds left. Still a chance for the demo. Can they find it? No, it's Ondafir with the clear, and he may have a chance the other way. That's a 1v1. Can he turn it? Shot on net. He scores! 50 to go, and it's a 4-3 game.
Desperation in front of the net as the demo threw everything at that one. Just could not find the way to get it past the woodwork. And a great shot from distance as Ondafir will put it past Sockflake. The Bulls have their first lead in a long while, and it's just in the nick of time here.
Ondefear, with 2 unanswered goals in the last 20 seconds or so, has put this game on its head. Demo need a tying goal. It's in front, but Ondefear again, cape and all, comes in to save the day. Back to the halfway line. Demo have the ball and possession. Glebezerker will try to contact us back out to the halfway. It'll bounce right wing. Chance, Sockflake off the back wall, and a good clear by Ondefear. 30 seconds left. Bulls need a dagger. Demo need a goal. Here come the Bulls. Glebezerker has the ball. He's going to put it into the corner. Tries to touch us out into the middle, but Sockflake is there to make life difficult for him. This will be over the head of one into the Bulls corner on the other side. 10 seconds left. Demo need to answer. Sockflake puts it in the air. Good bump is going to set it up for Glebezerker, who tries to put it deep into Demo territory. Keeping it in the air for the moment is Brainiac, but that is going to do it. The Bulls come through with the clutch Game 5 win, and if there was any win to get, it had to be that one. And now we have a 3-way tie for the last wildcard spot in the Orange Conference.
Critically, Ondefear putting on the cape and the giant O logo on the chest of that Octane. 3 goals, 3 saves on 3 shots, and that was important, Curtis. Those were games that they needed to win in the course of a long season, and being able to pick up at least one. They'll be disappointed that they didn't pick up at least 2, but just getting one puts them in a really good spot to try and control their own destiny as we get right into the playoffs here with a couple of weeks left.
I'm not sure what happened. I believe it was week 2 these two teams played. I'm not sure what happened with the tiebreaker, but I do believe the Demo now own the tiebreaker over the Bulls. Not sure where it is above the above or below the Dodgers, but it does set up a pretty interesting scenario going into the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, actually, it was week 3 that they played each other because mirror of the schedule. But
Yep.
I'll have to double check that one. The statistician in me is lazy and didn't have the sheets ready, but I would wager that the Demo have the tiebreaker in their back pocket, and that's important, especially with the way that the Volcanic division is kind of logjamming that wildcard spot for the 9th and 10th playoff spots in the Orange Conference. It's a big deal, and like I was saying at the start of the broadcast, every single game right now for the Platinum League teams, they matter because you're fighting for divisional, the division win, which gets you into the playoffs. You're fighting for the wild card spot, which gets you into the playoffs. And every single win that you get against an opponent right now puts you that much closer to getting past them because it pulls them one game closer to you at the same time you get one game closer to them.
Well, that's it for the first series. We may be able to have that tiebreaker information when we come back. But either way, we have another series in front of us here. We travel to the Champions League. It's going to be a Arctic Division versus Storm Division matchup as the Sharks battle the Blizzard. That is your way next on the MLE Network. I'm Curtis. That's Enigma J. We'll be right back.
Close my eyes, it's all coming to me. Who said these walls could never be breached?